What's going on YouTube? Nerd here, back with another video. Today I wanted to showcase a really cool product that I stumbled across about a year ago, and I figured I'd bring a video to the channel for you to showcase that product. So let's jump into it. One of the biggest issues I have with my M&P 1.0 is the grip texture. It's not exactly the grippiest texture in the world, which doesn't allow me to have a good connection to the gun, allowing me to stay on target effectively because I cannot keep my grip. I'm constantly having to readjust. So for this video, I'm showing you DEFGRIP. Now shout out to DEFGRIP, they did send this over to the channel so that I could show you what DEFGRIP is all about and why you should get one. Now there are several options out there that you can elect for. There are companies that give a skateboard grip tape texture. There's companies that give a almost rubberish like vinyl texture, and while those work in the moment, long term, if you start to sweat or it's raining, it's muddy, you get bloody, whatever the case may be, they become very ineffective very quickly. And of course with skateboard grip tape, that's not something that's going to be comfortable, especially in the appendix position for an everyday carry. It's where DEFGRIP comes in. It's literally the grip that grips back. It's made of a dry touch polymer with the ability to absorb and disperse moisture. It's also got a pretty cool interlocking tab system to ensure that the grip does not come off. So let's get this thing installed and get you some range footage. So the first thing that you want to do is obviously check and make sure that your firearm is clear. Visually inspect the chamber if you have to. Go ahead and take your slide off, and I'm going to do this off camera because YouTube likes to be a butthole about it, but I have the slide off of the frame, and I'm going to go ahead and grab some alcohol wipes. They recommend that you wipe the grip down with alcohol wipes to get all of the oils off of the grip. That way it has every chance of actually sticking to the gun and not coming off. Once you've got it wiped down all the way, let it air dry for, I don't know, 60 seconds or so. That way it has, like I said, a good opportunity to stick to the frame of your pistol. If you have to use more than one alcohol wipe, I would definitely do it. The less oil that's left over, the better. So, like I said, the DEFGRIP is really cool. It's got a nice rubber texture that's very grippy. I have been told from just doing some research on the product that it's very similar to, I don't know, like a steering wheel that the steering wheel texture in like an F-150. I don't know how true that is, but I could definitely see it. It is very grippy. So we'll let that air dry for a second or two. This is the pattern that I chose. It's they call it Miami Vice. It's got basically just like a splatter paint of neon green and pink, and then of course the main color is black. So let's see here. That looks to be pretty well dry. The other thing when putting this on is you're gonna start from the front back or front strip, front whatever you call it on the pistol, and your little nubs here on this end. So essentially your logo is right there. These little nubs, you're gonna start on the front here and go around the gun just like that. Now, these are model specific because it's going to have a cutout for your magazine release. On Glocks, there's that trigger housing pin in the back. They've got a little cutout for that as well. But essentially, you want to go ahead and kind of try and fit it to the gun before you actually take the backing off of the adhesive. That way you can kind of plan ahead, get an idea of where to place it, and once you've got that idea, you can take the backing off. But I want to show you these little fingers here. So you start with the small one, you place it first, go to the other side, lay it on top, and you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What that's doing is it's interlocking the grip adhesive in with each other so that it's less likely to come apart. So I think I'm pretty comfortable with that. I'm going to go ahead and take the backing off here. And bear with me. There we go. It is a little forgiving from previous experiences putting one of these on. Because like I said, we do carry them in the store and we do install them for customers. I would lay it down on that back there and line your magazine release up the way you want it. These do stretch too, so if it's not exactly where you want it, you can stretch it to where you need it. And what I do, I just keep going around it and just kind of laying it down and work your way around. Looks good so far. I'm so sorry if the camera is not picking this up very good, but hopefully you get the idea. Okay. The other nice thing about this is you don't need a hair dryer or anything like that to heat it up to get the adhesive to stick. This sticks without having to go through all that, so that's another plus of this product. They do back these up by a 6-month, I believe, 6-month warranty. So for whatever reason, if it comes off, they back it, they'll send you another one. Reach out to them. Very nice guys over there. I've met them a couple of times. So I noticed this one here. It's got to come up a little bit. So that's the nice thing about these is they are easy to put on. And if you have to peel back up, you can kind of, like I said, get it laid where you want it. They do stretch. Alright, I think I'm getting pretty close to where I'm happy with it being there. Just kind of cleaning up some loose ends. Alright, so I think I'm ready to start laying some fingers down. And if you do accidentally have them touch, you can't easily get them back off. So, alright, yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, that'll work. So like I said, small finger first, that's the small one. So you get it laid, then you'll lay the other one. And I don't know if you can see, but they've kind of interlocked with each other. So then I'll just go back and forth taking turns. And eventually, you'll start to see how they interlock with each other. On their website, they do not list the 1.0. However, I am using a 1.0 and it works just fine. I mean, you guys see it. It looks good. Now, the last one here, I'm going to lay this last big one down. And then the small one, well, I laid that one down a little wrong, but I'm going to peel it back up. There we go. And ideally, you can get it to line up, which I did. And then you can go back through, feel the grip, and for the next, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute, just kind of start pushing down on it. Give it a nice squeeze or two. Oh man, that already feels so good. So there you go. DEFGRIP is installed. They do come in a few different colorways. Like I said, I chose this one to be a little flashy. Did get that Apex trigger installed. Of course, you saw I got an optic cut. I got this thing for stupid cheap, so why not build it out and try and make it, you know, a little bit better for modern times with optics and whatnot and better triggers. So, and now that I do have the gun back together, I'm gonna go ahead and show YouTube the gun is clear. Go ahead and drop that slide and give you a good show of it. So I do have the grip installed. It's pretty grippy. I do like it a lot. So let's head to the range, get some shots, and come back with my final thoughts. Alright, so you saw the footage there. The big takeaway from me is the more I kept shooting, the more I wanted to just keep on absolutely drilling that hole in that paper. I was able to stay on target pretty consistently, which ultimately made me want to speed up. Another thing I noticed, the more I kept shooting, the more my hands wanted to sweat, and that grip just got even grippier, allowing me to stay consistently connected to the gun, allowing me to again stay on target. So I highly recommend picking one of these up, especially if you find yourself not having a good grip. And the fact that if it rains, I get muddy, whatever the case may be, it absorbs and disperses that moisture. That's a huge selling point for me. So if you did enjoy the video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. Go ahead and subscribe, as it does help the channel out a lot. Share this video, go pick up a DEFGRIP, and until the next video, I'll see you guys then.